Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy.
My name's Casey.
And for your viewing and entertainment purposes, we will be presenting episode 35 of the Bangcast. Now, obviously, last week, we went on a Banghead road trip.
I'm still...
We briefly discussed this, but, I had a good time. Now, you, I kind of suspect, did not have as great a time as I had.
I'm a homebody, generally speaking.
You're a living room body.
Yes.
As we found out from last week. You didn't even realize you had two vacation opportunities in your first living room and your second living room until I brought that up.
Yes, I didn't know that. I completely forgot that I had a second living room.
Yeah, you suck.
And I could have just gone on vacation there.
All you gotta do is just walk downstairs.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Now you're in a different vacation spot.
Yep. I haven't been down there in a while, so I probably have to clean up a little bit.
Either way, all I'm saying is you got problems. But yes, I had a great time. So once again, shout out to Creeper and for having us and joining us on that particular episode. So, what are we going to talk about this week?
I don't know. You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I never do anymore. It's more fun this way.
All right.
So obviously, this is date August 15th. Ring a bell for any reason in your head.
It's probably going to be hot.
I mean, that's fair. Because, yes, it probably is going to be hot, even though it's not that hot today.
Right.
But today is also not August 15th. We're a couple days early, but when this comes out, it will be beyond August 15th.
Okay.
That is the day that Banghead Productions released its first video. So we are 1 fucking year into our venture on the YouTube platform.
That's something.
That's something. We've been doing this shit for a year.
Right.
Any opinions? Are you surprised that we actually kept going on this for an entire year?
No, not really. I'm kind of surprised that. Honestly, I thought we were gonna kind of change. It was gonna be changed in certain ways a little.
How so?
Because I thought more or less that we'd figure out that probably there's billions and billions of podcasts out there, and basically competing in a very saturated market, and that there might be better ways to make videos that are not so time concentrated. You know what I mean? Time restrained in what we're talking about, and that I thought that we would be at some point making videos that basically history would be kind of pictured, and basically it would be something that somebody 5 years later could come back and look to and still find it entertaining.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say this. The problem with that, as I have said from the get-go, is the amount of time it takes to edit something like that.
That's correct, but the one thing that I will say is that yes, it's probably going to take more time than this would, and we can probably put out more content in this fashion.
Yes.
But I think that in the long run, those videos, even though we're maybe only putting one out a week that lasts about 10 minutes, in the long run, those videos will become more popular in the long run.
Okay, well then I will do this. I will send you the audio from next week's history. Or actually, no, we're doing STEM next week.
Well, I don't.
As long as everything works out. But the next history we do, I will send you the audio. I will let you make your own collage of pictures and everything.
I don't really think it's that would be.
Doesn't want to do it.
No, well, I don't think that would be the correct way to do it. because with I think that just one person speaking about a subject and then putting the collage around that is probably a better way to go.
Well, the whole point of this is to have a discussion. If there's only one person, there is no discussion.
Well, you're the one that's wanting discussion. I'm wanting to put videos out that are educational and that somebody can come back 5 years later and just learn. A discussion about it, kind of like, I mean, you can have discussions about things in this form, but it's not in the long run going to be beneficial to the video coming out in 5 to 10 years that somebody's going to watch.
Well, I mean, realistically, though, at the same point in time, even in 5 years, some differing opinions might be valid.
Well, I mean, that's true as well, but
you're just looking at it from like a one, sided aspect.
Now, what I'm looking at is what do I see? This is where I'm coming from. I am looking at what kind of videos do I watch, and I watch one podcast, and that's Valuetainment, and it's only for one person, and I don't watch any of the other people on that podcast's opinions because I don't care. There's only one person on that podcast opinion that I care to even listen to, and that goes along with when I watch history videos and when I watch videos on certain science or certain or even sports videos. There's only one person talking. They do not have to talk through the whole video because they are showing you images and pictures that are helping you learn and absorb the content.
However, you brought up sports videos, and you send me Pat McAfee fucking videos all the time.
Right.
And he's talking to AJ Hawk.
That's true, but we're not AJ Hawk. And we're not Pat McAfee.
But you're saying one person. That's all. That's mainly what you watch.
I do watch small clips of their broadcast.
All I'm saying is that, okay, yes.
And only ones that interest.
At the same point in time, if you do something like that, number one, you need a script.
Right.
You need to be able to, have all the shit, plotted out.
Well, you
on the, screen and the video content and everything. I'm saying it's a pain in the fucking ass.
Oh, I know it's a pain in the ass. But would it be just as much of a pain in the ass to cut down the clips? And then, because the one thing that I haven't quite figured out how to do, well, I do know how to do it now, is to take clips from other people's videos and then save them on my computer so that I can cut them and use certain parts of their clips in my video. But the one question that I have is that how do I... It's basically I just want to be able to take pictures, put them on there, and then have them move. I don't know if you seen videos where the pictures like kind of move or they focus in.
Like I said, I'll show you something after we're done here.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, continue on with your thought.
But that's basically my thought. I think that in the long term, in the long run, those style videos are going to have more outreach and more clicks over long times and years. Because if you go to see videos, there's a lot of them that have like 1.5 million views, but that is over a term of like 5 years. The videos and the styles that we make and people that watch podcasts watch current style videos.
Right, but I mean, at the same point in time, we also talk about, like a lot of current events and everything. Stuff that is important in the world today.
But it's in a podcast style.
In a podcast form.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that we probably present a view. Now, maybe this is me in my own head, but we present a view that most people probably don't hear from mainstream media.
Right, but most people
the vast majority. Most people are thinking it.
Right.
But they just want to hear someone else say it, in order to allow themselves to feel sane.
Right.
That's kind of the service that I, kind of think we are providing at this particular point in time.
Right. So
whether that's really a service or not, I don't know. But
yeah. Well, just at this point, we haven't gained much traction. I don't think. I think people see our videos, but I don't think they watch it fully. I don't really know the answers to these things. I think just maybe over a long period of time, people become more comfortable seeing the same faces and hearing them speak and kind of feeling in sync with that person. I think that's the thing that we are kind of working on right now, and over time. We may grow in popularity slowly but surely, but at the same time, I think that the ideas, the format that I'm talking about is more popular in a sense that it generally, and over a long period of time, that people would continue to watch it.
Okay, well, obviously. You have stated that, you're doing this.
I'm working on doing it.
You're working on doing it.
Because I haven't quite, because I don't want to put something out there that's below par in quality. I want the quality of the video that
I'm just talking about this in general.
Right.
You are here this week.
Right.
Right here, right now, today.
Right.
Because at some point in time, you believe we can get monetized on YouTube.
It's possible. I'm not saying
it definitely is possible, but I mean that's why you show up every week, is to keep grinding, to try and get to that point.
I'm doing this because I'm doing something.
We'll circle back around to that.
Okay.
We'll circle back around to that. But what I'm saying is that you the end goal for you, as you have, stated to me, is to get monetized so we don't have to bust our asses to collect paychecks.
Well, I'm not saying,
now,
I'm not saying that I'm not going to still work hard
to bust our asses on this, but, in a physical manner, we'll say.
If I don't have...
Be more intellectual.
If I don't have to work all throughout the week at a different at a different job, at a different profession.
And then we can do the type of content you're talking about. You know what I mean? If we had, between the two of us, 80 hours a week to work on videos, think about that.
Well, I don't think... Well, I would say that we could put out more videos.
Well, no. I'd say we could do more of the kind of content that you are talking about. Because it takes so much more time to actually edit those particular types of videos.
Well, what I'm saying is that between the two of us, we're putting basically 2 hours apiece into these per week, right? No. So that's 4 hours to maybe more.
You're putting 3 hours in,
right?
Between the thumbnails and just coming over here to record. Actually, maybe 3.5. If you account for driving time.
Right.
I'm spending about 10 hours a week at this point in time. Now that we have the new PC. And everything.
So with a total combined...
But before, I was spending up to 40 hours a week just doing the YouTube stuff.
So even with a total combined 13 hours a week to put out a 10-minute video that in the style of, I'm talking about, once per week.
Okay, but as you say, after 5 years, you have 1.5 million views. What I'm saying is, I don't know what the revenue numbers are. I'd rather have more content out there, express our opinions more than, I mean, that would work for history, potentially.
Right.
Something we can look at, obviously. But I mean, like I said, I'm just not going to spend the time at this point in time, especially when I am gone from my house between 45 and 48 hours a week, just earning a paycheck.
I also believe that the financial and the STEM and the history, basically those style segments should basically be one person on camera with a graphic up to show people and just talk about those things that you see.
See, now I kind of disagree on this because I think I mean, especially on like financial, there's a discussion that needs to be had. The way I present financial in particular is like, this is the story. Let's talk about it.
So
now, and you have differing opinions than I have, and you think about stuff that I sometimes don't think about when I read the story.
Well, and you
that's what I love about it.
You've also seen the videos, right, where the video just cuts. You can see the cut. You can see the cut in the video. So I might ask a question in the background, and then it might give you a couple of seconds or minutes to look it up and try to figure it out, and then cut back on the video. You're taught now you're segmenting or moving in that direction.
Once again, there's only so much time in a week.
Yeah, I know. But I just feel like those styles would be better for those kind of segments.
Okay, but at the same point in time, especially with financial in particular, that stuff is basically, relative for about 2 weeks.
Right.
You're not going to watch a financial segment from 5 years ago.
That's true. We can do like a little trial run next week.
Okay.
We'll do a trial run. Well, oh no, we have guests, so that's not going to work.
Potentially.
Right.
That's not confirmed yet.
Okay, so if the guests don't decide not to come, or they have something else to do, or they just can't make it, we'll do a little trial run on financial and STEM. Or okay, you can do it the way you want to do.
I don't think financial is a good place to try that.
Okay, you.
I think the next time you do a history is a good time to try.
Okay. We'll do a little trial run. We'll try it a little different.
There you go. Something for the viewing audience out there to look forward to.
Because that's just a thing. Like even because basically we've been doing the same thing constantly, which is there's nothing wrong with that because it's a comfort zone for viewers to see the same thing over and over again. But at the same time, experimentation can lead to something else, to something else, to something else, to something better. And just having a little bit of experimentation can help too.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I know what you're saying, but I mean, my big problem with where you would like to go is the time factor with where we're at.
Right. Yeah, that is the one thing that I see is grabbing the clips. I think if I just use still pictures, honestly, I don't think that would really take that long. But grabbing clips from different videos and combining them all and then turning them into a coherent video is basically would be a bit difficult. But I think that using still clip pictures and talking behind it probably would not be that difficult, which is something that I'm actually working on.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I would almost venture to say that it would probably take a day or two. No. 1 or 2 days to, do, grab clips and, slap them together in order just to have a 10-minute video.
Right.
And then you still have to record yourself talking over.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. That the actual constantly splicing videos together to make it a coherent video is probably the more difficult version. But I think that using still clips and then having them, while you're talking about them, having them relevant while you're going through the video would not be all that difficult.
Like I said, next time we do a history, I will just send you the audio, let you run wild with it. You want to try that?
I don't. If I do it, I don't really need the. I don't really need the audio. I can do
Okay,
it
well
from
then just bring over fucking history.
home. Right. Well, it's something that I'm
Do you need
working
a
on.
thumb drive?
No, it's just something that I'm working on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So obviously, like I said, a year in, do you have any particular favorite memories from our first year of doing this?
Kind of like just maybe like the excitement kind of at the beginning on the throwing around different kinds of stuff, and then I mean some of it didn't come to fruition.
A lot of it didn't come to fruition. Hey,
This is the first time.
Where's mine? Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. This is the first time that these have ever been on camera.
The first time we're doing a reveal on the
pretty sure they can't hear us.
never happened.
I'm
I don't even know
if they can't hear us.
I'll be honest, yeah, I'm not sure if they can hear us or not. I mean, look
Rock
at
and
the volume
roll,
on
rock and roll, 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 rock and roll.
Maybe we should just do videos like this. Do you think people would watch two people that are dressed as frogs on a podcast?
We could try it. Let us know down in the comments below if you want us to wear the frog masks
I think
for an
if we-
entire podcast.
I think if we cut the mouth open,
I was going to say
people hear
because
clearly. Yeah, probably.
and on top of that, we're going to have to cut holes in the ears because I couldn't hear shit in there.
No,
But
I
I'm
can hear
also
perfectly
fucking deaf
fine.
anyway, so yeah, you can take it off now. But also at the same point in time, that shit is going to get hot.
Yeah. Also, I can't wait for football season to start back up. I'm ready. I'm ready to do my football clips again. I know people didn't find it too popular, but I enjoy them, so I'm going to keep doing them.
Okay.
I'll do it by myself if I have to.
You going to play against yourself?
Yes, I'm going to compete against myself,
Compete against yourself?
just like the board games when I was younger.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think we need more props.
Well, I think we need a new display on the mantle. Obviously, the bang head thing has got to stay there because that's us. I mean,
Right.
American flags, because America. Fuck yeah.
America.
But yeah, I mean, we can do with a little upgrade. Whatever happened to that stained glass bang head window that we were supposed to get?
I never came to fruition as far as I can tell.
I would love to see that.
Well, maybe if one day we make money, we can pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, Sadie, reach out.
She's not watching this.
Either way, I thought that would have been cool. That's why I left that space open. We will put it right there.
Right.
It would be fucking cool as shit.
I mean, even if we just got like a printer and we use like a photo thing, we could
Okay.
probably make one. I really want to know if you
No,
can
the stained
understand-
glass would have been cool.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear what we're talking about for that whole segment. That whole
Well,
part
with the
where
frog
the
bass
frog
No, I kind of suspect that, yeah, that's all going to be muffled and shit because after I took mine off and I heard you talking, I was like, yeah, it's not going to pick up.
Yeah. I mean, I could
We'll
hear
see.
what you were
We'll
saying.
see. We'll see. Yeah. So, well, okay. I mean, we talked about like, do you have any other fond memories of what we done? Obviously, when it first started out, yes, we were all very, very motivated to see what we could potentially accomplish. I would say.
I think it's more like humdrum. This is kind of what we do every week type of thing, and we have to try to work ourselves up.
Well, I mean, at the same point in time, I at least knew. I don't know about you, but I knew. I mean, I kind of doubt that this was the same for Cubs. I knew it was going to be a grind.
I
knew it was going to be a grind.
I think he thought he was going to become rich and famous like in 2 weeks.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm, fairly certain he checked out after about 6 months.
Right.
So.
Well, he checked out of everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's out there starting a new life, and he's doing something that he enjoys. And you want to think negatively about it. I'm going to try to think positively.
Fair enough. Anyway. Yeah.
I don't hear nothing. That's you. You're just hearing stuff now.
It's putting that goddamn frog mask on, man. Fuck my hearing up. Even more than it already is. Probably made in China.
I doubt there's even a tag on it.
Anyway. But you want to hear some of my favorite memories?
All right.
Okay. I remember the first time I made the claim that I had 5 years left to live.
Yeah. I don't remember that. I don't believe it.
Down to 4 1/4.
I think you're going to suffer.
I hope not.
Just like the pharmaceutical companies want you to do.
No.
They're just going to keep on giving you something to stay alive and suffer.
4 1/4. Anyway. One of my favorite videos was behind the scenes, take 7.
I don't remember them specifically.
I do. It was the one where me and Cuz were sitting here. It was right after Christmas.
Right.
You went in the bathroom and you took a shit. And you were gone for about 10 minutes.
You were just talking about the kinds of things that I was doing in the bathroom that I might be doing to myself. You guys got problems.
Yeah. I'm aware.
All right.
I believe at one point in time I said you were David Carradine yourself.
Yeah. Something that I've never done and I never will do.
I don't know. Either way, I still thought it was just hilarious the way that conversation particularly flowed.
I will never purposefully asphyxiate myself.
Then masturbate at the same time?
Well, I might do that, but not asphyxiating wise. I definitely won't do it in your bathroom.
Please don't. Please don't. I also did enjoy the Christmas episode where you got the mustache wax.
Right. You guys like to play with your mustaches?
Don't have one.
Well, you had the fake ones that I got you.
Oh, the fake mustache. Shit, I almost forgot about those. Yes. When we did the history, when we had... Okay, that's another one. When Corey was over here, that was one of my favorite episodes, too. It's because that motherfucker gets as amped up about South Park as I get.
Well, that's because when you're drinking some kind of alcohol that's mixed with some kind of energy drink at the same exact time.
That was him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm just, doing the normal bat, but
it's like a light version because rum is mixed with basically sugar.
Yeah,
it's sugar,
made from sugar, sure, but I still think that was one of my favorite. That may be my favorite episode, specifically because we were talking about South Park,
right?
A lot. Now, granted, it was like cartoon themed, but
I mean, you could probably if you actually sat there and watched the current episodes of South Park, you could probably sit there and talk for about 30 minutes apiece after the episode about what was in the episode.
The problem is, I don't think that there are new episodes of South Park out right now.
I don't know. I'll be honest, I haven't watched South Park in about 5 years, I don't think.
It sucks. But either way, that was a good time. Well, moving into that, yes, what do we feel like we need to do here?
I think
as far as studio wise goes, obviously, as
I
you
think
have
a
stated,
scene upgrade.
a table.
Right.
But still, even with the table, and you're like bitching about, all you can see is our heads. All you can see is our fucking heads. When I did that one, week because I had the camera all fucked up.
Well, I'm trying to compare what we have against what other people have.
You can't compare what we are doing to what other people are doing because we don't have the same equipment. That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't mean we shouldn't strive.
We can strive all we want.
Right.
Sure.
And just and even just using, because we've been working a lot, and I think we've improved the video quality
A lot, yes.
a lot, and that's just from the settings.
We
on the new
improved the
computer.
sound quality with one microphone.
Right. And then, well, that's because the other microphone we had was like this little tiny thing. It's probably so cheap that you probably couldn't buy it by itself on like Amazon or something like that. But now this is an actual microphone that some streamers still use.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if we can get these microphones like right in front of our faces, right here,
Right.
we will be a lot better off than we are right here, just sharing a microphone.
But at the same time, there's other people that do use a single microphone as well, and
That's fair enough, but they don't have it 4 feet from their fucking face.
Well, that would be why we would need some kind of a table in front of us.
I told you already, booms on the corners.
Well, I think that could be a fix, but I don't think that's the end goal.
It's a temporary fix.
Right. that's a
But at the
temporary
same
fix.
point in time, we can also readjust those booms to a table when we get a table.
Right. And getting a table and new chairs is probably the real fix.
I don't think a table and real chairs is the real fix.
What do you think?
I
is the
mean,
real
I
fix?
think it's a part of the fix.
Right. So what is the full fix?
I think right now the issue is audio.
I think the audio is far upgraded.
It is far better,
Okay.
yes. But like I said, it will be a lot better if we each have our own separate microphone. We have a mixer.
Right.
No point in running a mixer if you don't have two microphones.
That's true.
Why do we have a mixer and not two microphones? That's my question.
Because I'm not made out of money. Something that we're working on.
I mean, you understand the concept, right? We should have had two microphones before we had the mixer.
Well, I understand.
Could you not have bought two microphones with the cost of that mixer?
Probably.
And two booms?
Probably. But that wouldn't. I mean, obviously, that probably would have worked better than just having a mixer just sitting there. But it's not like I can return the mixer. We have it.
We have it at some point in time. It will get integrated.
Right.
But
I thought that would be able to just go run through one microphone and be able to just fix a lot of our audio issues until I started playing around with OBS.
right, I mean, but I mean, seriously, unless you have multiple inputs, how is a mixer even?
Because first of all, I don't know shit about fucking audio.
You could have called me up before you hit buy on Amazon, and I could have told you, like, it's pointless to have a mixer unless you have two microphones.
Everything that I know about audio, I've learned within the last 2 weeks. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
I would say month. No, probably 6 weeks.
It's definitely not 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I would say 3 to 4 weeks.
I got that computer 6 weeks ago.
And I still didn't know, and then I just bought the shit, and then I didn't know what we actually needed. So it basically the last 4 maybe a month I've learned
6 weeks.
I'll agree to disagree.
6 weeks.
Maybe 6 weeks ago I tried to start learning about it, but after the last 4 weeks I've actually started to understand.
Understand? Okay. No, that's more of a fair assessment, I would say. Okay. So, let's go ahead and begin to wind it down. Let's look back on our first year of doing. Are you losing your mind? What are you looking at?
I'm looking back.
Okay. I see what you're going for there. Let's talk about the guests.
All right.
Now, obviously, at this point in time, we said we wanted to. Well, I won't necessarily say we said. I will say that I said I wanted to get 10 guests on this particular calendar year.
Right.
At this point in time, we are at 3.
Our best guest was your neighbor. He's got the most clicks.
That was last year.
Yeah. He hasn't been back yet.
Trying to get him back on, but we're going to have to do shit on a Sunday.
All right. He only does it on a Sunday, or he works on Saturdays?
He works on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
Working on that, though.
Okay.
We actually had our first repeat guest on last week.
Well, tell him that I said he was the best guest.
Okay.
Maybe that might motivate him a little bit more.
I'll call him right after we're done.
Okay.
So let's look back on the guests that we have had on. We have had the neighbor,
I think
which I don't know. It's
hit miss. You think?
well, no, it's like I'm not sure whether Corey was the better guest or whether the neighbor was the better.
I think the neighbor was the better guest for the actual episode. I think Corey was the best guest for the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker, god damn, nailed that shit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But we also had a we had Dick on right around the same time we had the neighbor on.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever happened to that guy? He like disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
You think he thought?
I actually called him and invited him back. He was like, "I got to work."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
He didn't seem like super energetic type person.
no, he didn't.
He was very quiet.
We had mom on too.
Yeah, your mom was there.
Mom was here. Shout out, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. And we had Creeper on the couch, so that's 5?
Something like that.
5, but we've only had 3 on this particular year. So guess what? We are going to work to reach that 10 quota that I have set for ourselves before the end of this year.
We need to get Bob and we need to get Alan. Those 2. Okay. But I don't know if that's what they want to be called, so we're not gonna. They might have their own names for themselves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the one I got is just going to be the one I got.
Okay. That would be good.
I'm just hoping that the U.S. Senate or in the House of Representatives does something stupid in the meantime, because that will make for a good
It's
episode.
like a daily occurrence.
I know. Unless they're out of session.
I mean, I'm sure that we can still pull stuff up. I mean, we don't even have to try. The mainstream news networks do it for us.
But yeah, so like I said, we are going to work on guests here. On top of that, with our new setup we got going on over there, we have the potential to bring in people who are not on site.
All right.
So we will look into tapping that particular potential.
All right.
That's what I've been talking about. You know, like I said, improvements. And since day one, there is no way, shape, or form that you can't say that we have not been improving.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, we can. We have the mixer that you can plug a phone into, but I don't think we're really going to need that. I think we can just use Discord or I can't remember what that other website is that you can just kind of have people on and do discussions that way. I know how to work those things.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're speaking gibberish to me.
Okay.
As soon as you said Discord, I'm like,
The Discord is basically just like it's just like a call, kind of like a calling net. It's not really a calling network. It's more of it's a social
I
media
thought it was
platform.
like a chat kind of thing.
It is kind of like a chat thing too. But
I mean, that's what I thought it mainly was.
it can be used in many different ways, many different fashions. We use it for talking to each other on video games. We use it for you can use it for talking to other people in a video format. You can use it just for like a one-on-one call back and forth to another person. It's got all different kinds of uses. Not to mention it kind of you also have like different things where you share information and share videos and pictures. It's basically a social media site that basically has like a talking component on it as well.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and bring episode 35 of the Bandcast to an end.
Alright.
We talked about basically, I mean, let's be honest, it's our 1 year anniversary. Even though for that, first like 3 months, we weren't actually Banging Head Productions, but now we are. We're still just lumping it all together. 1 year, Banging Head Productions going strong. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm of course Greg, your guy.
My name is Casey.
And everyone out there watching, enjoy the rest of your week.